Welcome back, Guardians of Dominion, Zeus here. Today we're diving into the Asherona calculator, and this isn't just a walkthrough, it's a reality check. I'll show you the new updates that completely change how you plan this event, reveal where most players misjudge their progress, and help you see, in advance, whether Asherona is truly within reach or just an illusion. On every new event, I try to push the calculator a step further. I listen carefully to your feedback, I see where confusion happens, and I add new functions that actually solve real problems. This time, the calculator is more advanced than ever, and that brings up an important question. Should you rely on a calculator, or should you just go by feeling and perception to decide whether you can finish the event or not? For me, the answer is simple. Math doesn't lie. Perception does. When you rely on feeling, you can easily be wrong by 30, 40, even 50%. And here's the funny part, even the people who tell you not to use calculators are quietly using this exact calculator to give you answers. Numbers remove doubt, and that's the whole point. The first part of the calculator hasn't changed in structure. It works the same way as the Verdok calculator and previous hero events. You start with 452 free energy, and in the table below I clearly break down how those 452 energy points are calculated. The biggest uncertainty here is always the same thing, how many energy crystal gifts the game officials will send. Each gift is 16 energy crystals. In the Verdok event, they sent 3 gifts, and I built the calculator around that logic. So far in this event, they've only sent 2. If you haven't received them yet, there's a direct link inside the calculator that takes you to the rewards page. I also want your feedback here. For future updates, do you want me to completely remove energy crystals from official posts and let you manually add them in the energy from other sources field, or should I keep the calculator as it is now? Let me know in the comments, because this is something I can easily adjust. The first section of the calculator is very straightforward. It asks if you have the battle pass, yes or no. Then it asks how many emeralds you've spent or plan to spend. After that, you enter how many sapphire medallions you have. If you're not sure about medallions, you can jump to section 2 of the calculator, where I estimate how many you get based on spins. But I want to be very clear here, medallion calculation can never be 100% accurate, because it depends on luck. In my own case, I collected 90 medallions, while the calculator showed 85. That's because the calculation assumes roughly 10% luck. This medallion estimation is a brand new feature, and it already gives a much better baseline than guessing. Next comes VIP points. This part is simple and direct. You either know how many VIP points you've spent, or you can easily check it in-game. After that, you have energy from other sources. This is where you add energy you received from guildmates, or from buying bundles. Then you select your Relic Tome of Greed and Grail of Generosity levels. Once you choose those, the calculator automatically deducts the correct amount of energy from the total. This completes the first part of the calculation and gives you a very clear picture of how many chapters you can realistically clear. No assumptions, no guessing, just results. Now we move to the second part of the calculator, and this is where things get even more interesting. While the first part shows you how far you can go in chapters, the second part shows you whether you can realistically reach Asherona 5-star or 6-star evolution. Let's go step by step. The biggest new feature here is the ability to exchange leftover energy crystals for Valor coins. This is a completely new update. Any energy crystals you don't use for chapters can now be converted into Valor coins. For example, Chapter 5 requires 320 crystals. If you don't plan to push to Chapter 6, the difference between those 320 crystals and your total available crystals can be exchanged instead of being wasted. If you don't manually enter this exchange, the calculator will still assume you spent the crystals, but exchanging them gives you more valor coins, which is obviously the smarter play. The exchange itself is also influenced by your Tome of Greed relic. The higher the relic level, the more valor coins you get from the exchange. This allows you to test different scenarios and optimize based on your actual progress, not someone else's advice. After that, you enter the quests that give valor coins. Once you set how many quests you can realistically complete, the calculator does the rest. It estimates your total valor coins, how many spins you'll get, how many sapphire medallions you're likely to earn, and finally whether Asherona 6-star evolution is achievable for you or not. The whole idea is simplicity without oversimplifying. You don't need to do any manual calculations. You don't need someone to tell you which relic to prioritize or what level to upgrade first. You just enter your real progress, your real resources, and the calculator shows you the outcome. You can test different paths, compare results, and make informed decisions, all without guesswork. So to wrap this up, the main message is simple. Stop guessing, stop relying on feelings, and stop letting uncertainty decide your progress. With the calculator, you can clearly see how far you can go, how many chapters you can clear, and whether a 5-star or 6-star Asherona is actually within reach. You're not playing blind anymore, you're making decisions based on real numbers, real resources, and real outcomes. Now I'd really like to hear from you. Are you using the calculator exactly as it is, or would you like to see changes in how energy crystals and rewards are handled? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments, because your feedback is what shapes the next updates. If this video helped you, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future guides, calculators, and event breakdowns. Play smart, plan ahead, trust the numbers, and take full control of your Hero Wars progress. Salute and friendship.